Hello and welcome back to episode 30 of Ekko to 100, and we are 30% of the way to 100, guys. Getting excited now. As we ramp up towards the end, I think that the videos are just going to get better and better. Having said that, today's episode is, we are currently into a Wukong. Interesting. Kind of want to avoid the team fights here. Wukong is a very good team fighter. So looking at the rest of the matchups, we have the Yorick into a Aatrox. In the mid lane, we have a Vex, who's over here, looks like they tried to invade and my bot lane backed up. It's really important to stand here, just block, get your team to block all of your entrances to the jungle so that you know that they are not hiding anywhere and wait for you. In the mid lane, we've got the Vex into the Sylas, and in the bot lane, we've got the Zeri and the Lux into the Xayah and the Janna. So here, I start bot lane to move top for two reasons. Number one, the Yorick into the... Well, actually, let's start with the other reason first. The Zeri into the Lux. Neither of them are particularly strong early game, and we do have the Lux snare, but the Zeri's not strong, and annoyingly, she resets my Grump for me, so delays my clear by maybe a second. You know, not the worst, considering we're not playing at the highest yellow. Yeah, our bot lane aren't the strongest, and looking at their bot lane as well, the Janna is really hard to gank. You know, she's the peel queen. Excuse me, there, I just knocked my mouse. With her ultimate and her Q, well, her Q specifically, and she gets her speed up as well. It's really hard to gank that lane. So we want to gank this lane, and Yorick, if he gets a good W on the Aatrox, forces out his E, and then we should be able to go in. So we'll move up there, because I think that they should be the more volatile lane, if not only just, and then keep an eye out on the mid lane as well, as it's the Vex into Sylas, and the Vex can poke him out, potentially enough for me to just go in and, you know, take the last little bit of Dark Harvest damage. And speaking of that, we'll go into runes. So Dark Harvest, Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, Treasure Hunter, and then this time we have gone for our Cosmic Insight and our Magical Footwear. Again, I like to just mix it up every now and again, just so I know how everything feels. And unfortunately, the Xayah gets the first blood there, so it's probably a good thing that we didn't go down. The heal comes out, and okay, they get a return kill, but it's a 2-for-1, so not great. And they get the first blood as well. So that's 700 gold over to the enemy team, and we get 300, excluding assists. So here we can see that they're fighting. The Aatrox is quite low. We'll see if we can force his flash out here, and we do. That's great. He manages just to flash out there of our W, otherwise that would have been a certain kill. And he gets pushed off this wave as well, which is really nice. Although that is a pushing wave, so the Aatrox could potentially back here if the Yorick doesn't push in hard. What we could have done here is we could have stayed, pushed this in, made it so that the Yorick could back, because he's currently struggling with farm, and then the Aatrox would also miss all of this farm too. So that's something that we could have done better already. This game I was suffering with a lot of lag, a lot of high ping, but we do specific things to adapt to this, and I'll show you that in the build later on. So yeah, I mean, you can see it slightly in the farm. You know, it's very unreactive farming. But we're back here. That's fine. We managed to get a Dark Harvest stack. So we're happy with that. The Vex in the mid lane. So look, we're backing now, so what we want to do is we want to have a look around, right? So you have a look around to see which one our volatile lanes are. So here you can see, ooh, the Vex is doing very well into the Sylas. Gets the Ignite off, unfortunately. The Wukong comes in, and so that she can't confirm the kill, although it's still doing quite a bit of damage. In bot lane here, the bot lane have just both died. They both come back. You can see that the Xayah's got Noon Quiver, and they are very far pushed up. They want to push this up and then back out. Just hopefully what they do. No, they're going to greed for a plate, which is very unfortunate, especially since we can see the Wukong starting to move down. I ping it out. Actually, what I've done is, considering they're moved in, what I've asked my bot lane to do is move up so that we can potentially collapse on this Wukong. Oh, and we get his flash. Okay. I wanted to get that Scuttle Crab, and it's unfortunate that we didn't, but it is what it is. That's fine. We can just collect this, get a bit of gold, get a bit of XP from that ward, and we'll just move back to our Grump, which now is level 2. And go through the second player. So yeah, we can see that the Vex is probably our strongest lane at the moment. The Yorick is currently half farm, but he is a Yorick, so you know he'll still most likely get first tower. He's losing trades quite badly. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So if we get a good one of those off when the Aatrox has used his dash already, then there's not much the Aatrox can do, and that's when we can drop our W and move in to get our passive proc and potentially go for the kill. So here we'll finish clearing bot side, we'll move to top side again, just do a full clear, move towards our level 6, which we could have had earlier actually if we had helped the Yorick with that wave. The Aatrox is level 6 now as well. But he is very pushed up and he is... Ooh, hang on a minute. Look at this. Exhaust comes out. Wow, Yorick's got Exhaust. Aatrox stays and fights. Ooh. Oh, this is going to be close. No way! That's close. I played this game. It was a couple of days ago, so I have forgotten. I was on my way up there just in case the Aatrox did survive and we could have just got the last hit. Sadly, we don't manage to. But we do have our blasting one and we will just get the rest of these Krugs. That's fine. Again, I could have helped him push this in. With the Maiden, though, and his minions, he pushes in incredibly quickly. I'm surprised, actually, that he doesn't go for a plate. This is what Yorick players tend to do. Just get that demolished proc off and then back out. But I don't think this is a bad idea. I think that the Yorick played it well. And he has now caught up on farm as well. Mind you, actually, looking at their farm and everyone else's farm, it looks like they've just had a mega combat lane. They haven't bothered with farm at all. Bot laner are fine. It looks like the Zaya's gone to back to buy again. The Vex again is a volatile lane too. So we're playing it safe at the moment because I'm not at this point in the game. I'm not sure if I'm going to disconnect, right? But we play, so we're just playing consistent. We drop our W to get that scuttle. That's just not cool. We should have got the stun there and shed the shield, but it looks like it was milliseconds too early. We can see that they're fighting again, so we can look up there. We can also look down here. We'll see what we decide to do. Either is probably a good shout. I'd prefer probably top because it's a 2v1 rather than a 1v2. Oh, and we do go bot to mid. Sorry, does have the yeah. I think top's probably a better shout at the moment. Oh yeah, you see, yeah. So we E there just to engage. We can see that the Sylas is baiting us under tower though, so we don't want to. I assume that the Wukong's there as well. So we just get this farm, get the Dark Harvest stack when it's safe, when he's out of turret range, and then we'll just move out and get that as well. And the Sylas is hard pushing. This is now pushing into our Vex, which is good. I don't know why the Sylas did that. He should just keep pushing this now that he's done that. Yeah, weird decision. Again, we could have gone up here. I'm not sure where the Wukong is. And the bot lane. Zeri, yes, the Wukong is here to be fair. Zeri is quite a low win rate at the moment. She does play this very well. She does play this game very well. I've played with this Zeri quite a few times now, and I know that she's good. So it just sort of shows you that even if champions do have a really, really low win rate, if you practice them enough, then it doesn't really matter. You know, you as long as you master your champion, you can just abuse them, which is what we're trying to do here with Ekko. So here, we saw the Wukong in bot side. We can do Scuttle just fine. We saw the Sylas back as well, although he has just put that an extra control ward down. We can see him there, and the Yorick has managed to get another kill. Ooh. Okay, so I see this. I potentially should be moving here. I think as long as she's out... Oh, wow. She's back in. She's doing damage. God, she's good. Perfect. We get the Rift Herald. I think that's probably the right choice. And then what we can do here is move. Essentially go for a tower dive now that we're level 6. Well, now that we have our ultimate is what I mean. See if the Sylas does engage here. We do start to back. We cancel it. To look for this. Good damage. So what we want to do is we want to burst him here before he gets his W off. If you don't know what his W does, it heals him for a percentage of his missing health, and I think that kind of minion just saw me there, so we should back out here. Oh, okay, maybe they haven't. At least the Wukong haven't seen me. So if they engage here, there's a good chance that we can get a kill. And we are spending a lot of time here. I'm fairly happy to, because this Silas is acting quite cocky. And he also won't be expecting it. We give up again, assuming that he's backed, and he still hasn't. So we drop our W. He takes our ult. We drop our Q, almost get a passive proc. Ooh, we do a lot of damage. The Lux manages to turn up. Doesn't, I don't think, do anything. So no. Unfortunately, we don't manage to get anything out of that. It's a lot of time wasted. We do get a Dark Harvest stack, but it wasn't really worth it. You know, when we've got a load of camps off cooldown, it does look like there's a lot of people in mid here, but that's absolutely fine because we've got a Yorick in top lane. You never want to leave a Yorick on his own. This is how Yoricks get fed. I don't know if the Aatrox is tilted slightly, but that's fine. I will take it. So nothing happens in the mid lane, but because of it, we get the Aatrox to move, and the Yorick gets the first tower. Perfect. And we could just move and start clearing our bot side camps, which is probably what we should have been doing anyway. But you know, it's not the worst. We were hovering just in case. And unfortunately, well, it's not the worst. The Zeri drops her shut down, but it is on the Janna. And I just want to move bot side here probably just to defend that. Oh no. Is that going to crash? Yes, it is, I think, just. Ah, that's a shame. I think I probably thought that the caster minions would be out, so it would be a pushing wave. Unfortunately, it is. But we back here and see what we buy. We do have our slightly magical footwear. We also get our full rocket belt, and we get 2 control wards. Currently, we have had no map impact. This is like slightly because of the lag. Slightly because we just haven't quite found anything yet. We made some fairly, well, we made a fairly poor decision earlier in going mid lane instead of top lane, which is probably why we don't have any KP. But here we see the Silas, we get the slowdown, we get, ooh, can we do anything here? I don't think we can. Yeah, he gets his W off and we just have to ult out of that. So that's unfortunate. Yeah, I mean, it was a balls play, I think. I don't think we would have been able to get that anyway. But here we can get the rest of this turret, and then we can see if we can go in. Oh no, we can't quite get the rest of it. I thought it was slightly lower than that. And we'll just go back to farming. And you know what? Farming on Ekko isn't the worst thing. As long as you're taking the opportunities, you're adding pressure, you're getting gold, then you can just snowball with this champ anyway. As long as you get gold is the key. Get gold, get levels. Silas asking for assistance. The bot lane move up and just confirm the tower. That's pretty good. So currently we are 2 towers up on them, even if we are 2 kills down. The Silas goes in with the Vex. We are all here. Let's see what we can do. We managed to get a good W off on their bot lane. And unfortunately, I reckon we probably should have gone for the Wukong there, because the Wukong was all the way up here and the bot lane was all the way back here. I'd thrown my W out and wanted to capitalize on it, which is why I did it. But if we'd gone for the Wukong and all 3 of us had been on the same target, then we probably could have got that kill. I think another reason I went for the backline is the Xayah is currently 5-1 and can absolutely shred people. So I wanted her out of the picture. I'm not quite at the point where I can one-shot people yet, and you know they are being very oppressive here. So we are being bullied quite a bit this early game. We managed to get a kill. I think we got a kill on the Silas. Yeah, so we're being quite bullied in the early game, but this is a good example of, even with crappy internet, like how you can continue and just continue to do damage on Ekko, continue to add pressure to the map, and, well, eventually snowball the game. So here they are doing Dragon. Oh, Vex has gone in. I don't know if that was the best idea, considering our rest of our team wasn't there. They have Smite as well. I wasn't there. So here, I want to see if I can get the Xayah, and we managed to get the shutdown of the Xayah. That is perfect. We also managed to get the Wukong, and here I think and there we go. We get a double kill. So just biding our time, finding good fights, and yeah, just playing consistently. And that's how we're winning this game, even with 200 MS ping spikes every, what, 3 seconds or something. It was really annoying, trust me. So those keen-eyed of you will notice that I've bought a dagger. So this game I will be going for Nash's Tooth, because it's just more consistent damage over the Lich Bane. We have stuff like the Wukong and the Aatrox. Silas unfortunately gets my ult there. I should have paid more attention to who I was just walking past. But we do manage to pick up this wave. Get the cannon. Really nice. And the Silas does find the Zeri there, but it looks like the Zeri manages to use her get out of jail free card. There's quite a few people here with some get out of jail free cards. Well, actually, I suppose just 2 of us. And here we can start looking mid. Oh, we've cracked that tower. I suppose we don't really want to be here. The Silas, oof. Silas screws up. So here he pops the ultimate. He should have held that. He's obviously not used to using Ekko ultimate. That's what I mean by the Janna. Janna just pushes us back with his ult. Silas comes in again. We get Dark Harvest proc. We get our passive proc. Oh, and a bit of a bad ult there by the Lux, but we do get the heal out. The Wukong comes in, team fights, and we do see the Aatrox with his ult as well. We kind of want to back out here. If anything, we want to re-engage after the ult. We ultimate there. We flash. Oh, another thing, I have taken flash this game because of said team fight abilities. So knock up. You know, we want to be able. We can flash that. We can flash this. We can flash Silas Chain. We can flash. You know, we can flash everything here pretty much if timed well. And I'm not going to play aggressively early game into the Wukong, so we don't necessarily need Ignite. Ghost could have been good. I think with Hextech Rocket Belt and the speed that we get up from our passive and our slightly magical footwear as well, you know, this is giving us 10 extra movement speed, flat movement speed, which is really good. Oh yeah, I don't think we necessarily need the Ghost. And Yorick has actually picked up, I've just noticed, has picked up the Eye of the Herald here. So he's doing well. You know, I really hate having a fed Yorick on the other team. I've realised here that I don't quite have enough gold for my Nash's Tooth, so I'll pick this up and then I'll back. Oh, unless I see a tasty Silas. Going for the counter gank here. The Lux is there as well. Very unfortunate for the Silas. We get the stun off. We managed to get the stun off on the Janna as well. Unfortunately, she had already prepped a Q. Really good ultimate by the Vex there. Yeah, and it looks like that's it, because this is just going to come out. Oh, okay. That's odd. Went in a weird direction there. And we can back out. We can get our Nash's Tooth. Or what we can do is we can clear our chickens that are about to be up, our red buff, our Krogs, and then potentially move back. I think if you have enough gold to get your item, and looking at this, we do. I think it's probably best to back, get your item, come back onto the map, and then on your way to your objective, do a little bit of farming. And then once there's nothing on the map, farm up. Here the Yorick manages to get another tower. Oh, he is with a 2v1. It's about to be a 1v5, I think. Oh, the Lux manages to splash in, gets a kill on the Silas. With the shielding from Lux as well, it doesn't look like this Yorick's going down. Oh, not quite. The Lux should be able to get this. Nah. Yeah, she gives up on that. I don't think that's a bad idea. The Vex probably should have moved up there. That could have been a free kill for her. What she's doing instead is helping the Yorick in the mid lane. And everyone's starting to move down for this dragon, which is really nice. So we come out of base with our Nash's Tooth. Currently now, you know, last time I mentioned it was 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, and 2. Doing really, really nicely. Now, into the next item. Because of my ping, I want to go Nash's Tooth, right? I want to get a Dark Seal. But if my ping's not consistent enough, I don't think that I trust myself with the Dark Seal, because I'll just drop that. It'll be a waste of 350 gold. And even with a stopwatch, I don't think that I can click it fast enough, really, when I need to. So, my next item will... And see here, that's what I mean by the ping. My next item will be Rabadons, because in my head, I'm like, okay, well... if I can burst them faster than they can burst me, and I can just keep doing my auto attack damage with my Nash's Tooth, then I should be okay if I disconnect, in theory. At least for like the couple seconds that I am. Oh, and we try again here. Can we get it? Yes, perfect. yeah, for the couple of seconds that we are disconnecting whenever we do, even if our positioning is a bit rubbish from time to time, we should be able to get some good damage off. So we do get knocked up by the Wukong there, which is alright. Zeri goes to fight the Aatrox in the top lane. That's fine. He did manage to get a tower, but we won't let them get the mid lane tower. And Yorick at the moment has also dropped a shutdown. Wukong coming in too far. He does have an escape, which is unfortunate. And we blew our E there as well. I think we could have probably started with our Q. The Vex does go in, even though we know there's quite a few people there. We'll see what we can do here, and we do get the burst down on the Sylas with the Lux and the Vex's help. The Vex ultimate goes wide, and I think we just leave this. I think we push in the mid lane. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. My goddamn Janna. Infuriating. But here we'll just do some counter jungling. Whilst our most of our camps are down. Well, actually, I say that only our Krugs are, and we didn't even do them. But, you know, your opponent's jungle camps are worth double. Because you get them and you deny them from your opponent. So here it looks like we're just going to go and do our chickens. And then see what else there is on the map. 3-0-3. Kind of regretting not getting Dark Seal at this point, but I know why, and it is sound logic. So 10 Dark Seals, 10 Dark Harvest stacks as well, which is really nice. 22 minutes into the game, we kind of want slightly higher at this point, but it is what it is. You know, we're winning. We'll take it. Currently only dropped one tower. The Yorick and the Zeri look like they are going. Oh, and sorry, not the Yorick. The Zeri and the Vex are a bit too pushed up here. It does look like they're both going to go down. Zeri doing some damage, taking some lifesteal. Looks like she's managed to escape. And here, what we'll do is they're adding pressure in the mid lane. So what I'll do is I'll add pressure in the bot lane. Maybe I should have gone mid. Thing is, if I'd gone mid there as well, I'd probably be dead too, depending on how well the Yorick does. Yorick starts to move down to me, pings me out, I think, so we start to move up. We're just standing in lane, just about ping, and we'll see what we can do here. Drop our W, get our stun off on the Xayah, get our auto attack reset on our rocket belt, and get our blue buff, get our speed up from the Janna, but it's just so annoying to be. We flash for it, we miss our Q because she's just got ridiculous speed, and oh no. Okay, she does go down at least, but we. Oh. Do we get? I'm pretty sure we go down here. Yeah. So what ended up looking like quite a good play ended up just taking too long. Janna she played that really well, and it's quite easy to see why our bot lane got so far behind in the early game, just because the support and the ADC are fairly good. But we'll move back onto the map here. Okay, moving back towards our red buff here, we come out with our needlessly large rod. Like we said, we will go towards that Rabadon death cap rather than the Zhonya's. And just looking at the farm here, we are currently 60 farm ahead of the Wukong, and currently have a lot more kill, well, not a lot actually, just one more kill participation than him as well. Looking here, it looks like we could potentially get something. It does look like they're backing out, but just that Shrelia's grudge on the... Janna! Shrelia's grudge on the Yorick is just such a good item because it applies with his minions as well, and they just get that eternal slow. So here we see if we can tower dive. Unfortunately, we don't manage to get anyone in our W, but we do manage to get Sylas. And it's looking like the end of the game here. You know, with our tank, with our frontman Yorick, we've got a ridiculous amount of CC and assassination potential, and then just DPS in the backline as well. So they have to deal with Yorick, then they have to deal with me, and then they have to deal with the Vex, the Lux, and the Zeri as well. So it's not looking good for them at the moment. What we'll do here is we'll see if we can get another tower. The Sylas is down, so it's currently a 5v4. 5v6 if you can count the Maiden as well. The Wukong is looking for an engage here. I'm just going to see if I can block him off. He does go in. He will die for this. And there we go. Zeri manages to pick it up. The Yorick does actually die. He stays too far in the tower, unfortunately. But you know, he does his job. So we do back out here. We'll probably go towards Dragon. I don't think this is the best idea. We're not going to make it to Soul this game. But the rest of the team's doing it, and in solo queue, you know, if you run off in a different direction, they're just going to flame you and potentially, you know, potentially rage quit. I don't think that they would, but it's just to keep that in mind. You know, if your team's moving, move with them, even if you know it's not necessarily the right decision. Of course, they do go for the steal. I have my smite though. They don't manage to do it. I just go for the scuttle crap here because it's a it'll be a 3v4 and we're all quite low health. I do see what I can do to try and block them off, but they do both go down. I think that it was probably good that I managed to get out of there as well. We'll see what we can do here. The Lux does go down also. This new Eclipse Aatrox build has been gaining some traction over the past couple of patches, and it is very strong if you haven't faced it. You know, this guy, that kill on the Lux there, that was his first kill, and he managed to tank, what, 5 people in the end? It was steady damage, but still. So here we'll just back. We'll see if we have enough for that Rabadon's, potentially. Yeah, so we get the Rabadons, we have the Nash's Tooth, which is doing an insane amount of damage on our auto attacks now, 106 damage per auto attack. And it looks like we're waiting, we'll get a couple of control wards and we'll move back. Fast forward until we get back onto the map. Take those lovely, lovely Hextech gates. Man, they've only been around for a season, these Hextech gates. I feel like they've been around forever. You know, back in the days with the Chemtech Drake, which is now coming back if you haven't heard the news. Completely different, but it is coming back in pre-season this year. So I'm going to see if the Silas jumps on the Zeri here. Whiffs it massively. That would have been a really nice kill there if we had managed to get it. But I'm just going to see if anyone passes through. So, macro decisions here. Currently, we have this. So we're getting the super minions pushed through here. So there's instinctive pressure here. As our bot lane going for a fight, which they shouldn't have done. The Yorick is a massive turret destroyer, so he's adding pressure here. The rest of us should be in bot lane, getting this. It looks like the Lux and the Vex were moving down from mid lane when they got caught out. But I think as long as we're safe here, we've got a good amount of vision in their jungle. Silas is only half health, that's a mistake. I think now that we can see as well that they're all up there, you know what? Now we should potentially back out because we know that they're all heading down. We don't have kill potential here either because of the my ultimate on the Silas, but we can just move out here. And this should be alright. With the pressure from Zeri as well. She is now quite strong, 2.5 items up. We get some vision with our W and just move out. We can see the Wukong there. Our team's converging if he does decide to cut us off. Kind of hoping he does decide, but he doesn't in the end. I believe he just backs off. And the Xayah must be feeling bad right now. She's 13-2-4 and losing this game quite badly. Just because of the macro decisions we've been making. So we take blue buff, and we'll take Gromp as well. There's nothing much to do here. We have a team member down. Our minions are all the way back here, so it's just our laner's job to push these now. So we'll just farm up for a bit, get some extra gold, get some extra XP, see if we can move to level 16 by the time we use our next ult. And potentially move for Baron as well. Because it looks like they think we're doing it. Man, how long does his ultimate last? It's almost about to run out. I swear that's lasted for ages. So if we get a pick here, I want to make sure that they don't get this mid tower. You know, you don't lose games if you have mid tier 1, pretty much. It's just too hard. It adds too much pressure to our side of the map. So if we get some good picks here, we can go for Baron and end. Just 1 or 2 picks, we win the game. So here I drop a W in the back to see what I can do. The Janet is off at the side here, and I want to cut her off. See what we can do. We Hextech belt in. We go for the Janna because I've had enough of her. And the Yorick manages to clean up the rest with the rest of my team. They start Baron. I just want to make sure that we get this Wukong, because he is the only chance that they have currently of stealing this from us. And we do manage to get the ace. 7-1-5, 16 Dark Harvest stacks. We'll get this, and we'll just push to end here. A lot of my team back. The Yorick is channeling here. He has made the right decision with me, that we just go for the end here. They're all dead. We have Baron. There's no chance. You know what? I don't even think I'm going to make it here, because he is ridiculously strong at taking towers. Like, this is Scion pre-nerf. And looking at it, that will be game. Hell yeah. So I think we're very close, but didn't quite make it. Anyway, we'll go have a look at the damage charts. So looking at the damage charts, we have done double what the Wukong's done. If we look at objective damage, we can see that the Yorick has done an insane amount, and then we've also done an insane amount. Overshadowed slightly by the Yorick, but that's alright. We finished the game 7-1-5, and these are the runes here. Anyway, if you want to see some more Ekko, obviously let me know. And if you've enjoyed today's video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.